A lot of agencies has missed out on gigs, have missed out on most clients because of badly behaved event ushers, badly behaved brand ambassadors, and badly behaved models, right? So as a model, you yourself, or as a brand ambassador, or as an event staff, or whatever segment you represent in the event staffing industry. Hi, are you one of those event staff that usually flirt around guests during events? Come closer. This video is for you. Welcome to another episode of Tips for Event Staff. My name is Blessing. I'm the brand representative of the School of Event Staff Nigeria. It is my duty to contribute to the overall success of the event staffing industry by providing weekly tips and tricks for event staff. On our previous video, we talked about professional pictures. On this video, we'll be talking about flirting. Before we dive right into today's topic, have you purchased our ebook? This ebook comprises of the 10 guiding principles that would help you navigate through the event staffing industry. Are you a new event staff? Are you an existing event staff? And you are battling through peer pressure, you're battling through casting dilemma, and you're trying to find your feet in the event staffing industry, but all your efforts seems abortive. This book is your blueprint to finding your feet in the event staffing industry. It is value packed and it is worth every of your penny dropped. Click the link on our bio to make a purchase. Welcome back. On today's episode of Tips for Event Staff, we are going to be talking about flirting. As an event staff, let me make you understand your role. You must prioritize maintaining a professional demeanor at all times during events. As you carry out your duties and responsibilities, it is crucial for you to remember that your role is to focus on providing excellent service and creating a positive atmosphere for your guests. I implore all event staff to refrain from engaging in personal conversations that may be perceived as flirting, as this can compromise the professionalism of the entire event ushering service and impact guest experience negatively. Why do I say this? For example, you are at an event as an event staff. You are winking at a guest. As someone who has been at the event space for over a decade, I can categorically tell you that it is very unprofessional and it shows that you do not respect boundaries for you to wink at a guest. I've once been at a gathering during recruitment where a particular agency didn't want to recruit a particular brand ambassador because they claim that she has an history of flirting, like that a guest have once reported a scenario about her where she went to request for the guest complimentary card. Now, as an event staff, you have no reason whatsoever to request for a guest complimentary card. You must exercise an extreme professionalism. Your professionalism has to be at its zenith. You shouldn't go around guests trying to collect complimentary card or trying to misbehave during events. And I must tell you this, let me say this, a lot of agencies has missed out on gigs, have missed out on most clients because of badly behaved event ushers, badly behaved brand ambassadors, and badly behaved models, right? So as a model, you yourself, or as a brand ambassador, or as an event staff, or whatever segment you represent in the event staffing industry, you must create a very positive atmosphere, very positive behavior around your guests during event. Do not drag your agency's name to the mud, right? You might feel like, oh, if this agency does not recruit me for this event, another agency would recruit me. But at the end of the day, you seem not to understand that the agency that you are requesting recruitment from, if a client does not retain them, there will be no event for you to attend. But nobody's going to hire you for you to work because the client has not retained your agency, right? Because the client has not retained a particular agency could be a result of your bad behavior. Agencies has missed out on gigs simply because of badly behaved event ushers. Most brand ambassadors are very poorly behaved. Most event staff are very poorly behaved. They go out there, they put off very bad attitude that could limit the chances of that agency. At the end of the day, you're not just letting yourself down. You are letting down the agency. You are letting down yourself. You are devaluing yourself, and also you are letting down all other event staff who are professional in their dealings, right? So at the end of the day, most of these guests, most of these clients, most of these individuals you meet during events, during these gigs, they don't just say, oh, that particular event usher. They will say, oh, those agencies, that agency. That's what they do. They bring out different event ushers around here to come and misbehave, come and collect numbers and exhibit bad behaviors. That's what they are going to say. The stigma is not just about you who is flirting around. It's not going to be a stigma on the event industry at large, right? Those event staff who are very hardworking, who are putting so much effort into the event staffing industry to make ends meet and to bring out excellence in professionalism. But at the end of the day, because of one bad egg, a generalization will now occur. They will not be like, oh, that's how those agencies behave. That's how they do. They just go about bringing ushers who are badly behaved, make them mess around. The clients or the organizers will now be like, okay, you are just here for your own interest. You are not here for the excellence of this event, right? At that point, you are sabotaging the entire effort of the event industry by doing that. You must restrain from such behavior. As an event staff, if you are approached with a flirtatious behavior, you must try your best to politely redirect the conversation back to the essence of the event or any other relevant information that concerns the event. But if the conversation still persists and the person is still disturbing you, you can report to your supervisor or report to the event management, right? Guests are not the only one who are permitted to report situations to event management. Ushers can also report situations, but situations where you're finding some issues unbearable and you could no longer, attend to such issues and you're finding it very uncomfortable, you can report to your supervisor and they can swap places for you, right? So avoid to sell yourself cheap as an event staff. Do not go around guests sending out the wrong signal and they start to perceive it as you being flirtatious around them. You must avoid any form of engagement that would warrant such an experience, such a negative experience with a guest, right? Especially when you are not even approached. And you as an event staff, you should know better not to send out different body language that may be perceived as flirting. Do not denigrate that privilege. Do not abuse the privilege of agencies recruiting you as an event staff, right? Do not send out the wrong signal. A lot of agencies have actually missed out on some gigs simply because of the attitude that most ushers put out. So I implore you not to let the agency down, not to let yourself down, and not to let your colleagues down, because there are so many event hostesses out there who are very professional in their dealings. They do the event as a side hustle, as they are a student, right? They buy handouts, they buy. I did, like I said initially, I started my business through event staffing, through the money I made from event staffing, from activation jobs, commercials, modeling jobs, fashion modeling, ushering, activation, and all of that stuff. So I am a part and parcel of event staffing. So I know that there are event staff who are very hardworking. Like, they are very hardworking. The moment we finish from an event, you see another colleague calling me. Most times we don't even sleep. We tend to work tirelessly just to make ends meet. So one bad egg cannot be a result of ruining the whole effort of the entire event staffing industry, right? You are not only letting yourself down, you are letting down all other event staff. Other guests should not see us at event and start to neglect us and treat us badly and think that because they feel that all ushers are the same. If you are one of those ushers who are going out there with flirtatious behaviors to get attention from guests, you must put an end to it. Restrain from it, because it is going to send out the wrong signal about the agency you're representing, about the brand you're representing, and about you in particular, and also about the entire staffing industry. So you do not want to send out the wrong signal. Always try to be the best you can be in everything that you do, and always try to be professional as possible and create a positive atmosphere around you. Most times, the good things you're actually looking for don't always come around when you are eager, when you are desperate, right? Just sit back and relax and just be diligent in your work, and the good that God has assigned for you will come to you. Okay, so I just thought I should remind you, beautiful ladies, that you should restrain from any flirtatious activities, as it will not affect just you, it would also affect the agency, sabotage other hardworking event hostesses, and also devalue you as a person. So I just thought I should remind you, beautiful ladies, that you are of value, you are of great significance, you matter, you are intelligent, and you are smart. That's why you are being recruited by agencies to represent them in a positive light and not in a negative light. be professional, and always try to create an excellence in your service whenever you're there to work. Always try as much as possible to put in your best in everything that you do, and the good that is meant for you will definitely find you. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to follow our page on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Don't also forget to comment, like, and share to your friends as well. See you in my next video. Thanks.